Our next adventure took us to New York City. The Big Apple, the city that never sleeps. And throughout my time here, I learned just how true that statement was. With skyscrapers that touch the sky, halal carts and hot dog vendors on every corner, and drugstores that stay open 24/7, the air is electric. New York City was everything I expected it to be. The first time in my life, movies and television hadn't lied or exaggerated. New York was everything I was presented with. The New York that I experienced. Now you may notice that this time I say we. This time I'm not traveling alone. Meet Reginald Jones, one of my friends who has decided to accompany me to New York on his own mission, a romantic one. So how long have you been talking to this girl?
Probably like 3-4 years now.
How does it feel knowing that you're finally going to get to meet her in person?
I mean, it feels surreal, you know? See how it goes and take it from there.
Are you nervous?
Not really.
You're not nervous?
Nah. I mean, it's another day in the life, Reginald Jones.
All right. Finally, it was time for us to check into our hotel. But the night wasn't going to be over. It was finally time for Reggie and Erie to meet in person.
Hey, sunshine. All right. You smell great. Hi.
After the lovebirds met for the first time, I decided to give them some space. I was tired, we had some jet lag, and I figured they needed some privacy. So I turned in for the night. To do something that I've not only wanted to do for most of my life, but wanted to do since we landed. And it's very simple, and you might laugh at me, but I'm finally going to get to taste a New York style hot dog. The kind that you see in the movies, TV, all those programs. I'm finally going to get to go eat one, and I'm hella excited. How long have you lived in New York? A long time? And this is how you make your living, right? It's the authentic New York style hot dogs, and this is where I've decided to get my food. Monster. It's everything I wanted it to be. Let's see if it tastes like everything I want it to be. Absolutely delicious. I couldn't be happier with my choices here. It's kind of stuff I love. The nasty, gritty, dirty, beautiful, delicious food that is, you know what, it reflects New York City itself. It's like an almost perfect reflection of what the city is actually like. That day, we went to the MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art. We went on their Uniqlo night, a night that's free for every tourist that wants to go. And the whole reason we did this is because we had a rather expensive dinner planned later that night. As I was there, I was stunned and amazed by everything that was in front of me. Not just the modern living artists, but those who have gone away. Almost unexpectedly, I came across the works of Picasso and Van Gogh, and I literally stood face to face with the brushstrokes of Starry Night. After being completely overwhelmed by the art, culture, and beauty of the MoMA, it was time for dinner. This is Nippon Restaurant in New York City, where I've decided to try the fugu, pufferfish, famously known for its tetrodotoxin and the fact that if it's prepared even slightly wrong, it's entirely lethal. I don't know why I decided to do this. I don't know why I'm like this, but here I go. So I'm here to try the fugu.
Yeah, congratulations. That's right. Our food is 100% safety guaranteed by the FDA.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Wacom International Corporation is the sole importer of this pufferfish. And then pufferfish has 23 kinds in its family. But the FDA approved us only our petition was only for tiger pufferfish. Tiger pufferfish is the best pufferfish among the 23 families. And then best, but very expensive, most expensive.
Yeah, it certainly is.
But a tiger pufferfish only contains toxin in its internal organ,
Right.
not the meat or the skin. But other pufferfish may contain not a deadly toxin, but they may contain toxin in the skin or the meat. That's why our petition was only for the tiger pufferfish, and then it was the best pufferfish. It is the big pufferfish.
All right, I look forward to this.
Okay.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Thank you so much for coming today. Okay,
Of
thank
course. Yeah, they are the parent company of everybody else in the U.S. that imports pufferfish at all. I have so much joy right now. Like, you have no idea how excited I am. That
It really holds up to his name.
yeah. And this, I haven't even taken a bite yet. Just like he's given us so much hype just by just preceding facts. I don't know. I'm not sure I can handle the excitement. I already saw Van Gogh's Starry Night like 20 minutes ago, so I'm like tripping right now. You know what's funny? Is Reggie actually accidentally called me out on some of my vanity, and it turned into like what I took as an insult turned out to be like an insane compliment. So we're on the 5th floor, right? And
Oh no. I was there for this story. I was there for this.
so we come up against what looks like an open construction project, right? At first, we look at it and we realize these are artist tools, and there's like food strewn everywhere. And then Reggie goes, "This reminds me of you." Like, "Oh, what are you saying? I'm dirty?" And then the museum curator just comes up to us and is like, "These are the tools of Pablo Picasso." So right, like
Isn't he so rude? No, like I didn't even get to finish my critique. Okay, just because there was some orange pills sitting in there with the VHS tape, huh? I didn't get a chance to finish. That's like saying,
No, I jumped to conclusion.
what the fuck?
I jumped to conclusion.
Close your mouth.
But the museum curator, like at the end, Reggie wins because of what it was those tools. It wasn't Picasso's work. It was the literal tools that he used. My goodness. Wish me luck.
So you like another beer for you?
No, thank you.
Water, tea?
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Did you dip it?
I wanted to taste it pure first. Oh, that's delicious. Oh my god. Yeah, if this were a final meal, I'd be 100% going out. I'd be happy. I don't give a shit. This is one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. It's so good. So it has all these flavors that you can't taste when you first take a bite unless you dip it. The dipping sauce brings out a bunch of flavor that is in the food, but I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a sort of sour, tangy taste. Imagine a tangy sashimi. Almost. Although I'm definitely going to need an appetizer because this is not a lot of food.
He's still alive. That's the good news.
So far. But with the way this tastes, if this was it, I'd be happy. I'd be totally fine with this.
Tower, go get tower.
Winner! The next day, we went to a place that never gets enough love, especially when people talk about New York, especially on travel shows. And that place is Harlem. This place that was the birthplace of so much culture, art, and music, and no one likes to talk about it. We went on something called the Harlem Renaissance Tour. It was educational, it was enlightening, it was informative, and it was awesome.
And 36th Street, Malcolm X Boulevard, Grand Village of Baby Harlem. Every street in Harlem has a story. Imagine coming here, 1920s, and the home of none other than Madam C.J. Walker being here. Who's Madam C.J. Walker? The first female millionaire in our country. The first American female millionaire. How did she make her millions? Imagine many African American women having hair care products. Look at the woman right there. Look at those curls in her hair. Absolutely gorgeous. Hair has to be permed. The chemical makeup of the hair has to be changed. But Madam C.J. Walker develops the perm. And through doing so, she starts to sell her hair care products to African American women in the U.S. and across the country and across the world. And then she becomes fantastically wealthy, and then she moves to this corner right here.
Harlem is an interesting place. Electrified air and revolution. After going to Harlem, I was left reeling, thinking about the nature of social inequality and racial injustice in America. And with those things on my mind the next day, I decided to make a trip. I took a trip on a ferry to the statue that was supposed to represent freedom. Freedom for everyone. Freedom of religion, freedom from race, freedom from oppression, freedom from inequality. And as I looked at that statue, I realized how hypocritical. I wanted this to be a tourist moment, to just gaze upon the beauty of the Statue of Liberty and really enjoy what my country is about. But the more I realize that we have drifted so far away from the ideals presented by that statue that it just made me angry. Give me your huddled masses. What a joke. That night I went back to my hotel room and stayed there alone for most of the night. I couldn't get over how I felt looking at the Statue of Liberty. That statue that I wanted so badly to be this bright moment was such a dark one, and I couldn't get out of my head, so I needed to just turn in for the night, with hopes that the next day would be a much brighter day. That night, however, an unexpected little adventure changed my mood completely. You know, sometimes it really is just the little things. So my next goal out here in New York when it comes to fulfilling culinary fantasies, if you will, is to eat a slice of what I've heard called utility pizza. Funny thing is, everyone I've asked about it say they've never heard that phrase. And our tour guide actually didn't know what the hell I was talking about until we stumbled upon it. But I found it, and I'm gonna go eat this pizza at this little hole in the wall. There's these two pizza spots. One is the one that actually showed up on the GPS that was recommended, but there was also this little one that was just like in an alleyway, and if you know anything about me, you know which one I'm gonna go for. This is what I was talking about. This is that good shit. Kind of got foiled with that last attempt. The alleyway pizza place only takes cash, no card, and I should have seen that coming. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna little change of plans now. We're gonna go to the fancier pizza place. We're gonna get some cash back, and we're gonna taste test comparison. So we're at the recommended place right now, and we're gonna try this pizza. It's delicious. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. And with that, it was time to go. With the polar vortex closing in and our flight closing in, we needed to get home. So we said our goodbyes and headed on our way.
You've been traveling the world a lot lately. What set this off?
Honestly, heartbreak, feeling lost.